Hi, welcome back to Wine Mastery. We have got a Burgundy wine to try. Woo! So, the particular Burgundy we have is a Chardonnay. Here is the bottle coming up between us here. This is from sort of Maconnais area, which is sort of like Beaujolais area. Then there's the Maconnais, and then you go up a little bit further, and there's all the other coasts, and then sort of Chablais up there. So sort of around about in the middle-ish of the Burgundy area, I believe.
He's been reading again, hasn't he?
I've been reading again.
Oh, that's very good, John. Excellent, yeah.
This bottle costs, well, if you buy it one-off, I got this from Majestic, and if you in the UK, so if you buy one-off, it is $14.99.
Oh my, are you okay? We okay?
Just
breathe, John. Go.
But if you buy 6 of them, or you buy this and 5 other bottles of something else, it drops down to $10.99.
It's a little bit better, John, but...
Well, it's considerably better, I mean, but it's still, you're right, it's still, £11 for a bottle.
Yeah, but we've not tried it yet, so...
No, we haven't tried it, we don't know if it's worth it, and it is French. I mean, I always think, you probably spend about £3 on that because it's French.
Yeah, but let's not be too hastily...
Critical too soon.
Yeah, but like I say, but you're completely correct there when you say French wines. I've said it myself, said it many times. French wines do tend to be fairly expensive for what they are. However,
and I don't blame them for that. If I had a product that people were prepared to pay 30% more, I wouldn't say, I'm not going to charge you that. Because, if you're prepared, it's whatever you're prepared to pay for it.
We like that.
Yeah. You mean wine merchants?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, John. Shall we have a little go?
Let's have a little look at the colour, shall we?
We shall. Oh.
Wow. So this one has got sort of like a yellowy, strawberry...
I'd say almost like a honey.
Honey, yeah, that's a good description, John, yeah. A very light sort of honey colour, yeah. Yeah, which makes me immediately think it's going to be a little bit sweet.
I'm looking at that on that camera and thinking that looks just beautiful.
It does, doesn't it?
It looks so...
Yeah, refreshing and
It's moving in the glass in a different way. Do you know? I don't know. I'm just making that. Maybe I'm romanticising.
What do you mean? Are you twisting it around the bottle, the glass the other way, so it's going anti-clockwise?
No, it's not that. It looks good.
Well, just the way sort of the viscousness of it.
Yeah, that's the word. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah.
Okay,
let's have a go on the old nose.
Oh, I've just got citrusy.
I'm getting... Oh.
And now I've gone back. and I don't know whether that's because you saying about the colour, but I've got a touch of honey.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say the same thing. Is it because I've said that's come through? Because it comes across as... It's strange, isn't it? Once that
it goes into your head,
seed is planted, that comes through. But no. I mean, it smells buttery. It smells like a Chardonnay of old. It smells like... This is what...
An old Chardonnay?
This is what Chardonnays used to be like, but kind of classy.
Before the Australians got to him, you mean?
Well, no, I'm not going to, on sweeping generalisation, say the Australians did that, but this is... Look, it smells, to me, like a good Chardonnay should smell. Whereas, nowadays we can get some which have been overly oaked. Well, they've actually gone back on their full circle. But I could understand why people went off them. But this, just from the nose, smells like a classic.
Yeah. And it's very potent, but it's enough for you to go.
No, it's not.
That's nice.
It's not massive in your face. It's nothing.
No. And there's not obvious fruit coming from that, is there?
No. If anything, it's a honey and buttery, like it's a buttery.
Yeah, I'm not getting the butter.
No, don't worry. It's all very subjective. But I'm very keen to have a go of this, John.
We should have a cab sav after this one.
A cab sav?
Yeah.
Why?
Because then we'd be putting on the jam on top of the butter.
Oh. You don't have to work with him. Right, let's have a little go.
Now, what I like about that, it's very smooth, doesn't melt. And as you swallow it, the citrus acidity comes out, so leaving a very fresh, refreshed palate. So you've got the taste, the sweeter taste, with fruit, whatever that fruit is. I can't detect that. And then just as you're swallowing, you feel that acidity sort of hit the roof of your mouth and the back of your throat.
You are spot on. I think this is delicious. I think this, you see, it's got a nice mouthfeel. I don't know, that's because I'm watching it there and thinking how good that looks. This smooth, silky, velvety mouthfeel. The flavour. Oh, like you said, the acidity comes through nicely. After a little, you've got all the flavours. And for me, I'm getting more of that kind of tropical fruit, and I don't know if it's because I've mentioned honey or butter, but those are sticking in the back of my mind now. And then, like you say, once you swallow, once you've got those flavours, then the acidity just comes in nicely and just gives all those a gentle nudge. Well, it's my turn now.
Yeah.
You're left. I'm definitely left. It's not a massive kind of length there, but I'm left with this little buttery overtone just to either side of my
I was going to say that. I was going to say that it hasn't got much length, but then I sort of considered it again. I thought, well, actually, it hasn't got much length in terms of the full power, but the sort of length the taste almost disappears quite quickly, but it leaves you with about 10% of the taste there. And that just sort of, that 10% is lasting a long while. For me, it's not butter. For some reason, our palates are different in that sense. I'm not getting butter, but it's a very nice aftertaste.
It's a nice subtle kind of aftertaste, isn't it? It's almost one of these where...
It's making my mouth water as well.
Yes.
That's German.
I knew someone said that. That is actually, for me, this is the kind of thing which, if I was recommending in my shop, and I heard that person say, as I've mentioned on videos before, when people say, I ask what kind of stuff do you like, and say A, B, C, anything but Chardonnay, I'd like to introduce them to that and say, look, this here, that's a very well represented Chardonnay, is that one?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, and I guess, at $10.99, I mean, compared to some Chardonnays, it's very nice. At $10.99, it's not, it's a little bit out of my comfort zone, of course.
I can tell. Go on.
Yeah. At $14.99, it is definitely out of my comfort zone for that. But at $10.99, yeah, it's just on the edge of being reasonable for me.
Yeah, I would pay $10.99 every day of the week for that. I mean, I would even go as far as say $14.99. I think that's worth its money. I really do. And what you also got to remember is it's French. Remember we discussed the French and how they can. Well, a lot of the time the prices are just a bit too much. So $10.99 isn't by any stretch of the imagination. Let's hold in for a second. $10.99 isn't expensive. It's not expensive.
Well, this is a question, and a question I like. If you've got an opinion on this, please comment below. Should you make that allowance? Should you say, well, it's French, therefore, actually it's okay. If this was an Argentinian wine at $10.99, I'd say it's a little bit expensive. I mean, is that fair?
That's a very good point, John. That's a very good point. For me, that's a tough question. It's a very tough question. I like it, but if this was, like say, a Chilean or whatever it might be, Chardonnay, and we're going for $10.99. If it was, maybe you're right. If it was $14.99 with Chilean, so that's a tough one.
Yeah, tell us what you think. I mean, like everything though, if you particularly like it, then it's worth it.
Yeah.
If you really like it, it's going to be worth it. And it's one of those wines that we spoke about before, where if you go to a dinner party with this in your hand and it's French, it just gives you that little bit more kudos than if you turned up with
South African, Chilean, whatever it might be. Perhaps don't have that kudos.
No.
But this is actually, I'm finding this quite a quality wine, and I think this is something definitely I would stock.
Okay.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay. All right, so let's go on to pairing, shall we?
Easy.
Easy.
Well, for me, this Chardonnay would deserve an unctuous, kind of soft brie style. And there's plenty to choose from, but if I want to choose one, I'd tell you what I'd go for, actually, and this... I'd go for a Baron Bigod.
A Baron Bigod?
Baron Bigod, which is it's an English brie style, but it's an unpasteurised brie style. So it's very similar to a Brie de Meaux, the French unpasteurised Brie de Meaux. It's a fantastic cross in between a Brie de Meaux and a Camembert. I would find it just sits in the middle there, but it's the texture. It's the texture I think we both mentioned the texture of this wine in your mouth. You know, we don't often.
Yeah.
We don't have to make notes on that. We don't have to say, "Oh, we've noticed that upon us."
Yeah.
But this one we have. So I think that cheese would just suit that wine down to the ground.
Okay. For food, the immediate dish that came to my mind was some grilled sole with some purified butter just poured on top. And I just think those two, simplistic with this, would just be the perfect match.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I am with you. I think that would. I think again because the butteriness of the wine for me, like you just said, the fish and then John.
All we need is the fish now, because really enjoying this.
And some Baron Bigard and we're away.
Looks like you need another glass as well.
See, that's when I know, without even thinking about it, I'm just tasting that. Yeah. Right, I'm gonna score this.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be.
And you're going to score it at 10.99, yes?
Yes, yes, and actually scoring it at 10.99 is just up to me again, because that's nice.
This is.
Say again?
It's down me.
But no, that was pleasantly surprising. Okay, I was going to go ahead and score it, and I'm going to go for a clean. There we go.
Okay.
I'm
going to go 83.
Ooh, I went for a 90.
Whoa. That's because I think that's because your palate is better than mine, and you were getting the finer parts of it, like the butter, which I wasn't getting. And so therefore you were getting more out of it than I was, because your palate's that much more.
I don't know if it's my palate's... I don't think my palate's better than yours, but I think it was just my style. I did really enjoy that, and the big thing, because for the longest time I've always said, you know, French wines can be too expensive, and what you get over here is not the quality I have over there. That opened my eyes a little bit. That has been just as I would like to open people's eyes who don't like Chardonnay. I would like to throw that at them and say, well, not throw it at them, but say, now try that. This is how a Chardonnay should be, and that for me ticked a lot of boxes. I would happily buy that.
Okay. Well, I mean, I would. It's just a little bit of a push. And obviously at 10, I'd be thinking to myself, what Argentinian or Chilean wine could I get for that money would be where my my heart and brain would be going.
I can only imagine, John. I can only imagine that.
Yeah, it'd be quite tough.
So walking down, just clutching your chest as you go.
It's my wallet I'm clutching.
I have no doubt. But no, I very much enjoyed that.
Okay, excellent. Well, guys, let us know what you think about French wines and whether you think they're value for money, and if so, why. I'm really interested. I'm not decrying it. Obviously, if you really love them, whatever the price, if you love it, then it's worth paying, isn't it?
So
I can't believe I said that. Anyway.
I heard you.
And recording for prosperity. Okay, guys. Well, until the next time when we might be tasting another French wine. Who knows? Sorry, we'll have to move on quickly because he wants another glass. Until the next time, guys. Chin chin.
Chin chin.